Hello everyone, my name's Ruthy, and I actually need your help. As I might be in the middle of a problem, I've always been this person who does not easily open up about her feelings. But I'm putting my thoughts here in order to find the answers to my questions. I don't know where I should start, but this is what was happening as of lately. I've been married to Stefan for the last 2 months, and before our marriage we also dated for a few years. Like any other relationship, we've had our ups and downs, but we used to sort them out. But as of lately, things have been going a little out of hand, considering how invalid it can be to sound to other people at least, so let me start. I'm going to tell you that in our relationship and now marriage, Stefan has always been controlling almost for everything. Initially, I used to think that it was his possessive nature, like any other boyfriend or husband would have for their loved one, but our scenario's kind of getting out of hand. I've always been close to my cousin brother Sam, as I believe he understands me the absolute best. Even before meeting Stefan, and because of our understanding, we tend to exchange gifts and letters as a way of showing gratitude. Anyways, this does not sound wrong to you, right? Well, to my husband it did. Yesterday, while I was cleaning out our closet, Stefan barged into the room, pushed me aside and took all the gifts and letters that Sam had sent me, and asked me to get rid of them as soon as possible. While I asked him about the reason, he simply stated that his gestures were flirtatious, and that Sam was absolutely into me. How could he say that about my brother, whom I've always looked up to? Let me take you back to where it all started. So as I mentioned, Stefan and I have been together for a very long time. It's been 6 years. Yeah. We started dating during our university days, and since then I've always been compliant with Stefan to maintain a peace in our relationship. So much so that I had to leave my friend circle for him as well as my best friend. Initially, due to my feelings for Stefan, I always agreed with him in any situation, as he always made me believe that it was for the good. But this time, that was clearly not the case. Back in the university days, we were extremely happy together, as this was our first time ever being in a relationship. Whenever he used to see me talking to other people, especially men, he would simply tell me to stay far away from them, as men had, quote, bad intentions. You know how beautiful the initial phases of a relationship are, the Cinderella phase? Well, we're both the partners are jealous and envious of other people, and I've always used to think that this was the case, but no. I was, and I still am, very, very wrong. It was not just the men, it was everyone he disliked if he ever saw them speaking to me. Eventually, he started bad-mouthing me about hanging out with my friends, as he always thought that I was going to cheat on him or something. This got so bad that he started asking my friends to stay away from me. At the time, he also claimed that my friends were not the right people to hang out with, and gaslighted me into believing that he was the only one right for me. I still remember, in our second year, there was a classmate of mine who approached me for a date, and Stefan hit him. Hit him so badly that he had to be admitted to the hospital, due to which Stefan had also been suspended for a month. Due to our loyalty to one another, we decided to get married, and before anything, I wanted to introduce Stefan to my cousin Sam, who I always look up to for all the right reasons. When they met, they did get along, but eventually, Stefan started avoiding Sam as he thought that we, that is me and Sam, were too close. There have been instances where he's declined Sam's phone calls and deleted all the call logs from the phone before I could, actually receive his phone, so as a matter of fact, I never knew that he called. He also used to delete Sam's messages so that I could think that he never texted me. On the day of our marriage, he did not let me get clicked with my cousin, and all of this comes down to what has been happening lately. So basically, Stefan asked me to cut Sam off and of course not contact him ever again, as according to Sam, is completely into me. What? Honestly, I do not think Sam is wrong in any way of exchanging gifts and letters. It's always been our thing. However, I love Stefan so much that I now feel that I have to comply with him because I really don't want to give up on our relationship. At the moment, I feel like I'm in a loophole, which is obviously never ending. Yesterday, while this incident happened, it broke my heart to see the man I love discarding away all my precious memories with my cousin, whom I've always been with since childhood. It felt like a burden to me. Our marriage has started to feel like a prison because Stefan is so controlling. As a matter of fact, we'll never do such a thing to him. I've been preoccupied with my thoughts since yesterday about wanting to make a decision, but I'm stuck. What do you all think that I should do? Both Sam and Stefan are dear to me. Stefan has always been loyal to me, and I believe that I will never find a man like Stefan, as he's always been there with me. Despite his controlling nature, I still wish to be Stefan, as he's always been there, and I want to be with him. On the contrary, what about Sam? I'm seriously in two minds right now. One thing that I'm sure of is that Sam will understand my plight. One conflicting thing is that Sam is being out of town very regular in terms of sending me goodies and letters and showing his appreciation towards me, and sometimes, as Stefan mentioned, it comes across as flirtatious, so I'm thinking that Stefan might be right, and I should probably cut ties with Sam, right? Oh goodness, this just doesn't feel right. I've not slept since yesterday thinking about all that's been going on, and it's only getting bad, and I never realized that this is how things are going to turn up in my life, where I would have to abandon my cousin, my one and only elder brother, and on the other hand, this is the least I can do to save my marriage with Stefan. While I share my feelings with you, I feel nothing but hopelessness, as this one's a major change. I don't have anyone around that I can share this with, so this is why I'm here. Now that I'm left with no option, I think I'm not going to contact Sam anymore. Probably I'll block his contact, because even if I don't contact him, he'll contact me anyways. So I think it's better this way, right? I feel numb while I share this with you, but I just blocked Sam, and I've decided to never contact him again for anything. And the saddest part about all this is that I could not even give him closure, and now he'll be left with a question mark about what exactly happened. But you guys tell me, what bizarre explanation could I have given to him? Instead, he would have decided to stand up against all of this. I truly believe that this is the only way I can save my marriage, and just be happy with the love of my life, and this is what I've been doing for a very long time now, sacrificing everything for Stefan just so that we can be happy. I'm regretting it, but I finally blocked Sam from my phone and my life, as I am I'm loyal to my husband, and I want to have peace inside of our relationship. I think all of this will settle down in a few days. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you all think that I should have taken a stand for my brother and confronted Stefan about his insecurities? Please, let me know. Since morning, I've been feeling guilty about choosing amongst my loved ones. But what else could I have been done here? I'm reacting and just reaching out to you guys to get some suggestions so that I can at least become clear on my path. Thank you for listening to this. I might update you guys if there's any development on the matter, but right now all I can think about is my guilt. Let's just hope it gets better with time. Update number 1. Hey everyone, first of all, thank you for sending in so much support. It means a lot to me in this difficult time period. However, I've nothing good to share with all of you. It's been 2 days since I shared my thoughts with you, and I'm writing this update with an extremely heavy heart because I just feel betrayed. Yes, you read that right. Stefan betrayed me in the worst way possible, something I could have never imagined. While I was cleaning our room, I went over to Stefan's closet as I wanted to get rid of all the things that he was not using so that he could have extra space, and oh boy, was I shocked. I saw a number of gifts piled up in the upper part of the closet, and I was happy. I thought Stefan was going to make it up to me for what's been happening lately. I tried to pull one of them out, but all of them fell to the floor. I realized that one of them carried a letter. I broke inside reading this letter. I had no idea that Stefan could have gone to such an extent. The letter was written for his ex Malissa, whom he had dated before me but left her as she had cheated on him with her best friend, Steve. The letter was a clear-cut explanation that this was Stefan's child that she had been carrying, and these gifts were for her wellness and care, and gifts that are meant for infants. The letter also read how ready Stefan was to take the child's responsibility. Stefan cheated on me while here I was thinking that things were going to settle down from now on. I'm devastated at the moment, and I don't know any other way out of this. I sat there glancing at the letter, and I cried on the loudest pitch with no one around. I already felt suffocated with Steven due to his controlling behavior, and now all of this? I could not help and I broke down. After crying for 2 hours straight, I got up and decided to take a stand for myself, as now this was the height of everything. I'm not his slave anymore, and I want to be free. But before I could confront Stefan, I wanted to confront Malissa about what exactly happened, and I also met her yesterday. She agreed quickly upon seeing me, and mentioned that she was carrying Stefan's child, and this is why I had reached out to him. I was trying my best to hold myself together, and mind you, it was extremely difficult. She even showed me her medical reports for the same, and of course as proof that she was not lying. I clicked pictures of those reports, and I also asked her when was the last time that she had met Stefan. Yesterday, I reached home with very numb feelings, as if I had nothing left. Stefan opened the door in a very angry mood and asked me what took me so long to reach home, and upon hearing that, I told him that I was doing something important. He took it personally and asked me if I went to meet up with Sam, and I got furious upon hearing this, so much so that I screamed at the top of my lungs. He took a step back, and I grabbed him by his collar and confronted him about Melissa's pregnancy. Although I did notice hesitation on his face, yet he did not open up and rather covered it up. When I confronted him about the gifts, he said that they were just celebration gifts, and he just wanted to congratulate her. Yeah, right. Such a liar this man is. He tried proving himself, but I had all the evidence that could have proved him wrong. But he just kept lying to my face, and while I write this update, there's this one thing that keeps passing through my mind. Shall I just leave Stefan for the good and let all of this go? But it'll just be going so easy on him after the years of possessiveness that he made me go through. What do y'all think? Let me know. I have nothing left to say anymore. I feel so lost. Our marriage is now on the edge. Well, that escalated pretty quickly. Update number 2. Good afternoon, guys. Thank you for sending in so much love and support for my last update. And although the times have been difficult, I'm grateful for this community who have been sending me suggestions and reports. A big thanks to everyone. It's been 3 days since my last update and things have been difficult, but I finally made a decision. I've decided to divorce Stefan. Yes, you read it right. I'm leaving him for his good and mine as well, since now we have nothing to give to each other and I'm truly exhausted. I've spoken to my lawyer and he believes my side of the story. However, Stefan has not signed the divorce papers yet, but I have. And though the feelings are very heavy, I refuse to give up. Your words have given me a lot of courage to find myself again. However, convincing Stefan was not an easy task. Due to his controlling nature, he refused to get separation and rather used his hand on me while arguing about the separation. But I was determined to leave after all that he had done. This is not something that he should be forgiven for, right? I'm standing at a point where I refuse to believe Stefan, and moreover, he used his hand on me, which makes my legal case stronger. It also broke my heart because despite being a control freak, he had never really used his hand on me. So this is definitely wrong and I stand against it. All of that I left for this man came down to nothing. I'm regretting each and everything that I did for this man, and now I feel like a clown who's been dancing on his actions only to be loved by him. It hurts me that I have no one standing with me, not even my brother, Sam, and my best friend whom Stefan had asked me to stay away from. I was standing alone, but felt a sense of power as I stood for my freedom. I know you all almost must just be thinking this happened pretty soon, but I'm relieved from a lot of things, especially from Stefan, as our marriage was only about him and not me. Now, in this position, I realize how stupid I was not to realize that my so-called husband was so good at gaslighting me into thinking that he was always right. Always, and I was always wrong. He pretty much discarded every relationship that I had, including my closest one, that is Sam, and not to forget all our memories and tokens that seem flirtatious to my dear husband. All was gone, and I truly believed that this was the moment I deserved all my life. But I could never get due to my submissive nature. However, I'm still in a dilemma, whether Stefan will sign those divorce papers or not, because he is someone who does not let go that easily. But I'm sure he might make a decision quick since he has a child to look after. Good riddance, I must say. While I write this to you, I still wonder whether I should reconsider. Should I feel sorry for what happened to Melissa? My confusion just does not go away, and I feel like a bad person, but then it's about my future. Because if I've lived with Stefan, it'll have been hell, and now I don't see a chance. What do you guys think? Update number 3. Hello everyone, here I am with another update. This time it's a pretty major one. First and foremost, the kind of support and enthusiasm that I've received from this community has been overwhelming. So much so that I've never received this kind of love all my life. Thank you so much for standing with me in my journey of divorce. I'm so grateful. So, coming back to the update, I've decided to move to a new place, and it's been a few weeks since I signed the divorce papers with so much relief and wrote the previous update. The good news is that I've also finalized my new apartment with all the savings I had, and it's a great place to start my new life. However, something happened which is completely different from what I anticipated previously. So currently, I'm living at my mother's place before I move into my new apartment, and honestly, life has been good. My mother has understood and supported me throughout it. 2 days ago, while I was at the supermarket doing groceries, I came across my classmates from university. We greeted each other, and she told me that her brother Ian had been missing for a very long time. I think since the last 2 weeks, she was worried a lot, and she asked me to help her finding out something about her brother. It puts me into a question that after Melissa, Stefan's ex, and Stefan's breakup, she got together with Ian, her then best friend, and they were very close. Like almost everyone shipped them. I told my classmates that there could be a possible connection, and Melissa might know something about Ian's whereabouts. I could not sleep that night thinking about what I could have gone wrong all of a sudden. As Melissa, despite cheating on Stefan, she had all of the sudden wanted to get back to him, claiming that she was pregnant with his child. All of this really seems suspicious to me. Now that I and Stefan were not together anymore, it did not make sense to me to get in any of this. However, one last time before I could move on with my life, I wanted to ask Melissa what she was up to. So the next day, I visited Melissa's place and I decided to confront her, so that I did not end up thinking a lot about all of what happened to me. She asked me to leave in the first place, but then I threatened her that I would file a complaint for Ian missing against her if she did not tell me exactly where did Ian go, which scared Melissa. And she replied that her and Ian got intimate, and later she got to know that she was pregnant. But when she confronted Ian about this, he chose not to take the responsibility of the child, and he left town without telling anyone. She was helpless and decided to victimize Stefan by lying that she was carrying his kid, putting him on a guilt trip, and I was beyond shocked because only due to the specific reason I divorced Stefan. Dang, now what? I caught Stefan up and we met. This was the time when I dropped the bombshell on him. I told him that he was innocent and Melissa was carrying Ian's child and not his. He got furious and straight away went up to Melissa, shouting at her for being so evil and sabotaging our marriage. Which made me wonder what marriage. Funny that he thinks that there was love from his side. Anyways, he asked Melissa to get a DNA test which would legally prove that he's not the father. And that's what exactly happened. So, they got back the reports only to realize that she was lying the entire time and she just lured in Stefan for financial support and cooked up stories about the time. I stood there like a stupid person not knowing what to do next, so rather I decided to leave the place. Stefan left Melissa and followed me only out to let out all the frustration on me and blamed me for the divorce. Excuse me, what? After an hour or so, he tells me that he would not consider this divorce, and he wants me back in his life. I froze for a while, not knowing what I should say because I've always loved Stefan and wanted to have a happy life with him, but I did not want to feel suffocated again. Also, just because the baby wasn't his does not deny the fact that he did, indeed, cheat on me, because that was the only reason he could have believed Melissa's lies in the first place, so I'm going back to square one. What do you guys think that I should do? Shall I forgive Stefan? Does he deserve one last chance? I'm so done with all this drama right now, and I just want a peaceful life. Update number 4. Hey, I hope you're all keeping well. I never thought that I would come back here and give you all another life update, but hey, here I am. I read all your suggestions, guys, and once again I'm so grateful that I had all of us standing strong. So, since the last time I updated you all was a long time back, and it's been 2 months and a lot has happened, and I thought you all deserved to know. Taking into consideration all the comments and suggestions, I finally decided to take a step back from my marriage with Stefan, and this time the decision is final. I gave a thought to each and every bad thing that happened while I was with Stefan. I lost a lot of good people and opportunities to sustain such a toxic relationship. Although, let me tell you, my husband, who will soon be my ex now, did try his best to get back to me and as my life, through text messages, sending gifts, and late-night calls, but all of it went to waste. He even pleaded for forgiveness a lot of times, but it was a decision not to go back to him, as this time I decided to choose my self-respect over everything. I clearly told him how suffocated I felt while I was with him, and he made a number of promises, but now anything related to him has stopped affecting me, and honestly, I don't care anymore about him. I'm happier this way, in this newfound freedom, and honestly everything I can finally just be myself. In the midst of this, I got in touch with my university best friend, and it was such a relief to know that he does not hate me for whatever happened, and everything's cool between us, and we've been hanging out lately. I'd say the best part is, I contacted Sam again, my one and only favorite person on this planet who's always been appreciating me for who I am. He also told me that he himself had never liked Steven, but was too scared to admit it as he thought that he would betray me as a sister. So now we have not hard feelings for each other and we're good. We're still the same, and he's been helping me to move on with everything lately, and I'm just so glad that he's here for it. Well, you're probably wondering, well, as for Stefan, after spending so many years with me, just me leaving him left a little crazy impact on the guy, as he's now left all alone and abandoned by the people that he once loved. That's right. He has gone into an acute depression and is drowning in alcoholism trying to keep up with his feelings. This has all affected his career, and he's even lost his job, so right now, he's just trying to make ends meet, it seems. Well, odd jobs, and I do feel guilty for doing this to him. No, I don't. Not even an ounce. He did this to himself, you know. I'm finally at peace now, and I moved into my new apartment, and it's not that bad. Also, soon I'll be legally separated from Stefan, and everything's coming back to a balance gradually. And most importantly, I'm thankful for each and every one of you here, and for those who have been consistent in reading my posts and updates. I'm so happy to be a part of this community and all the support that I've received. I think it's not just me, but because most of you advise me to stay strong. That's why I'm here. I hope you have a good day ahead, and that's probably it, guys. See ya.